Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us in another one here on the Coach's Desk. We appreciate you being here, my people. Big up on yourself. Don't know, we ask you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, man. Go and go subscribe. Also, you can go over to the Coach's Desk Unlocked and also subscribe to that channel. So, the World Championship team has been named, and you know there are several conversations surrounding some of the athletes right now, some that were not placed in certain events, like a Brian Level who wasn't placed in the 4x1 pool. But just to clarify that, even though he's not in the 4x1 pool, if they need to add him to the team, that wouldn't be a problem because that's a relay team. He would have already been a part of the team. Yeah, right. So that shouldn't be a problem. But based on information that I'm getting, it doesn't seem likely that that will occur. So, and there are several factors surrounding what has transpired. But I am just Coach's Desk, all right? But leave it at that. Now, there's another athlete who has seemingly been missing off the team, and that is Danielle Thomas-Dodd. That is the athlete that several persons were asking about, but persons probably were theorizing that what transpired in Paris, this could be the catalyst behind something of this nature. But what we understand coming to our desk is that Danielle Thomas, she opted not to be selected for the team for whatever reason. For whatever reason, she has opted, and actually, the information I'm getting is that she sent in a letter. Yes, she sent in a letter or via email or something of the sort, indicating that she will not be available. She has opted not to, be open for selection. Now, a lot of things going through my mind when I get an information like that. Of course, what transpired in Paris could be one of the reasons or one of the, the thing that persons might be looking and leaning towards. That could have really been the issue that would have sparked this sort of situation. But when I don't know the information, I am not going to tell you what I don't know. But what I can do is to speculate, and the speculations are running wild. But because I don't have any concrete evidence, my people, that information was not handed over to me in the PDF file on my desk. No, I'm not gonna say. It's kind of unfortunate, that she would opt not to represent. I'm not sure what the backstory is, what the condition would have caused. I don't know if it is injury. I don't know if they should have had a conversation with the federation, and things probably would not have worked out the way that it should work out. It is what it is. It is sad that she's not going to be able to make it, but again, like I said, it is what it is. One person on the team that I'm so happy that is there, that has been submitted, is Nayoka Clunis. Her name is on the list. That is incredible. The last championship, she was not. She was left off. And I'm so happy that, she actually made it. And you see, when things like these happen, people learn from their mistake and such like. But the controversy is not so much with Danielle Thomas-Dodd, because for some reason the fans prefer the highlight events, the like the blue ribbon event, the event that made them feel a certain type of way. But we understand that Alana Reid, she was not included in the team, and I guess it is her performance over at the junior Panam games that would have sparked that sort of decision. So that is also one of the things that I've highlighted from the list in this team selection. So it is something that I have to mention because I notice it in this team. So this team, I think it's a balanced team. You have some veterans, you have some youngsters who wants to make an impression. Um, but the whole grand scheme of things that is coming out of this is the fact that the fans wanted Tia to be the alternate on the team and not Jodine Williams, right? Um, and what you can see is where J3s have held truth to what they would have done over the years. So they indicated that the fourth place finisher is normally selected as the alternate, and they held strong on that. They weren't going to be pushed over by this sort of decision, and they held, like we have said to the athlete, hold your form, then hold them form in the straight. You see me I say? So it's one of those things that happen. Um, I'm also hearing some rumblings of some athletes might not be in the best of shape. I can't say which one of these athletes, but I hope that is not true, because you wouldn't want athletes to go out there named on the team when you could have replacement and they are unable to perform to the best of their. Hope that these athletes can go out there and face the starter. I am kind of leaning towards a particular athlete because of what I saw on the circuit, but I'm just going to leave it there and not call any names at this moment. You don't want to call names and put people in some sort of a situation. All right. So that is my takeaway from the team. And again, the whole alabaloo of Brian Level not being in the six that is named for the men's 4x1. And the fans have been saying it. I have been making videos about adding Tia and Brian Level, because Brian Level wasn't a part of the, well, he actually pulled up in the final. But once you're in the final and he has proven his fitness by running 1963, by running 9.82, then you can say that he proved himself as somebody the same way Tia would have proved herself. So this is one of the things that the fans are outraged about. But I put it to you that even though he's not in the selection of the sixth that is named on the list, he's a part of Team Jamaica. I can tell you, they can take anyone and put on the team. You don't have to be named on the list. That's how the 4x1 goes. And also, well, most of the relays, right? They can pull from anywhere to put on relays once you are registered with the team. And they are registered. Well, Brian Level is registered. So I don't think there should be an issue where that is concerned. But the fans want to see his name on the list. But like I said earlier, I am not going to repeat, but it is what it is. And persons also asked about Ashanti Moore. Yes, Ashanti Moore pretty much who would have. And if you watch the Wayne Walker interview that she did, she pretty much was lamenting the fact that she has her own lane this time around. If you watch that interview there, well, I don't know how much I not look deep into things, but me look deep into things, and I realized that she emphasized that. She emphasized that there was a lot of emphasis put on that, you know. So what I'm also hearing is that Ashanti, I see the people wanting Ashanti to run that curve, but Ashanti was not selected because she doesn't want to be a part of the relay. Yep, that's the information. So I'm just dissecting a few things, in this squad. And yes, she doesn't want to be a part of the relay. I think she wants to concentrate more so on her 200 meters. But mark you, she can be drafted in to run if they need to put her in. Yeah, that is the fact of the matter. So that is what it is. But I mean, I just wish the team all the best. Congratulations to all the persons who were selected. We have some disappointment with Danielle Thomas-Dodd unavailable, Ashanti Moore unavailable, and Brian Level saga where selection or being a part of the 4x1 pool is concerned. So let us see. Until next time. Peace.